Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's webinar. My name is Joe Bell with Oils for Every Family with Ashley and Joe. I'm really excited for this webinar today. I've been looking forward to it all week. And I'm really excited to have Stretch Nate join us today. Stretch has been using oils for a few years now, and he's really knowledgeable on them. And so he's going to share some of his wisdom with us as he is going to teach first part of the intro class we're having today. And then I'm going to kind of wrap things up. If you've gotten any questions, feel free to type those in the chat box down at the bottom, and either he or I will be able to answer those for you. And for any reason that we don't get those answered, you can feel free to message me and I can answer those for you, or you can message Stretch and he can answer them for you as well. All right, Stretch, it is all yours.
All right, thanks. Hi, everybody. I'm Stretch. Like Joe said, I've been using oils for a few years now, and they have been very beneficial to me and my family. In fact, lately I've been thinking it's amazing to me how our medicine cabinet has changed in the last few years. We used to have all kinds of different over-the-counter medications and various different things, and now we just have, very few, and we mostly use the oils to take care of our health needs as well as our emotional needs, and even some cleaning needs, which we'll learn a little bit about. So to get started, I'm going to start with the lemon oil, and hopefully my lighting is good enough you can see that. It's really not great, but that's a bottle of lemon oil. Lemon is really versatile oil. It's used for a lot of things. My wife loves to have lemon in her water. Anytime we go out to eat, she used to order water with lemon, and they bring out a little lemon wedge, and she'd pinch some of the juice in her water. Now she takes her essential oil with her, and she'll just drop a drop or two of lemon in her water when we're out to eat. Or she carries a water bottle around with her all the time, and she will put a drop or two of lemon in that. And I'm not a huge fan of the taste of lemon, so I don't use lemon for that. But one of the things that I have really loved about lemon oil is its ability to clean. And I'm just going to share a quick story with you. When we first started using oils, one of my kids stepped in some gum outside, and it was all over his shoe. And I'm sure you've tried to get gum off a shoe before. It's awful. It just sticks and it doesn't come off, and it seems like there's nothing that you can do. And I used to use a cleaner to take care of those kind of things, and I was using this commercial cleaner to try and get the gum off, and it did a pretty good job, but there was still some gum in some of the smaller cracks of the shoe that I couldn't quite reach. And my wife mentioned to me to use the lemon oil. So I got out the lemon oil and just put a drop or two on a paper towel and rubbed those areas, and the rest of the gum just came right off. And it was so much easier than using the cleaner that I was using. And I was just amazed at how quick and how easy it was to get that gum off of the shoe with something as simple as a lemon or the oil that comes from a lemon. The next oil I want to talk about real quick is lavender. Lavender is another very versatile oil. It's good for a lot of things. We use it a lot, especially at night, to rub on our kids' feet or on the back of their neck to help them go to sleep. We'll put it in a diffuser. One of the things that I really like it for is it's really good for scrapes and particularly for burns. We use it a lot, especially during this time of year when the sun's out and you're excited to be outside, and a lot of times we forget to put on sunscreen or stay in the shade or do something to protect our skin, and so we'll get sunburned. And lavender is really great at drying out the burn and helping you recover from a sunburn quickly. It's been really great in our family for that kind of thing. So the next oil is called peppermint. Peppermint's another great oil that's used in a lot of things. It's really good for pain. It's in a lot of the pain blends that doTERRA has. It's also really good for staying alert. If you wake up tired, or if you're, kind of in the middle of the day and you're at work and you're feeling a little bit groggy, especially after lunch, you can take a drop or two of peppermint, put it in your water or even just under your tongue. And it's very powerful, very potent, but it's very effective. Last year we were at doTERRA convention, and they'd have these breaks during all of the various different speakers and different things going on, and we would go walk around, and they had their display up, and they would have these containers full of peppermint beadlets. And I learned very quickly that if I'd go into that display and take 3 or 4 of those peppermint beadlets, then I was good for the rest of the convention. So I would use that to help me stay awake and just make it through the rest of the convention. So peppermint is a great oil. And I just wanted to briefly mention that all 3 of these oils, lemon, lavender, and peppermint, are good for seasonal allergies. We're kind of coming into that time of year when there's pollen in the air, and if you have allergies, you go outside and it feels like you can't breathe. That kind of hit me last summer. It usually hits me a little later in the summer, and I couldn't find anything that would help with it. We had been living in Florida for 6 years and come back to the Northwest, and it seemed like the things that had worked for me before weren't working anymore. And so I started using the lemon, lavender, and peppermint in capsules, or they now make them in a soft gel that you can take, and that worked better than anything. I take it about twice a day, and I was good for the entire day. So they're all great oils to use for allergies, and used together they're really great. So I'm going to move on, and we're going to talk a little bit about Melaleuca. And this is my empty Melaleuca bottle. We're actually apparently out of Melaleuca at our house, but we do have an empty bottle, so I can at least show you that. Melaleuca is a great oil for skin issues. It's also a good one for cuts and burns. We use Melaleuca a lot for, again, for cuts and burns and skin issues. You find it a lot in various different products, not necessarily doTERRA Melaleuca, but it comes from other things, and it's just an amazing oil. I wish I had a story right off the top of my head that I could share with you, but I don't. But again, it's just an awesome oil. It's not the best smelling oil, but it is a very good oil for a lot of things. Frankincense. This is another awesome oil. I probably can't say enough about frankincense. It's used in so many different things. It was one of the oils that was given to the baby Jesus during his birth. The wise men brought it, and the more I learn about it, the more I realize it wasn't just this precious. I mean, it was a precious oil, but there was a reason that it was so precious, and there was a reason that it was a gift for Christ at his birth. There have been various different studies on frankincense. It's really good for emotional issues. If you're having anxiety or depression, you can use frankincense to kind of help you come out of that and feel better. It's also good for various different health issues. There have been tests on lab rats and stuff for various different cancers, and frankincense is proven to be very effective against certain cancers. And of course, the FDA doesn't want me to say that it will cure those things, but there have been studies that show that frankincense could be very effective on various different cancers. So frankincense is an awesome oil, very good for, like I said, just a lot of things, particularly emotional issues if you have those kind of problems. And I'm going to talk last about my very favorite oil. This is wild orange. I don't know where I can hold that. It just hasn't been very effective today, but wild orange is, like I said, it's my favorite oil. It's the best smelling oil, I think, and that's probably why it's my favorite, because I can just open up a bottle and just smell it. Just as soon as you smell it, it just puts a smile on your face and it makes you feel better. I was actually at work a while ago, and we would go out to lunch. And this one particular day we went out to lunch, and I can't remember what we ate. I can't remember where we went, but we ate more than we probably should have. And anytime you do that, at least anytime I do that, I just feel ready for a nap. I'm just done for the day, and I could just lay down and nap. And I was sitting there. I was in an office with 4 other guys, and we were all just kind of just ready to go to sleep. And I could feel it, and I could tell the guy next to me was struggling to stay awake. And it suddenly just dawned on me, I have Wild Orange in my desk. Pull it out and use it. So I pulled it out, and I just took and dropped a couple drops in my hands like that, and then rubbed my hands together and just took a big old sniff. And I just started to feel awake. And I asked every other guy in the office, we're all guys there, and they all took some because they love the smell of it. That's why they took it, not because they are necessarily aware of what it does for them. I'm working on them, but it's a work in progress. So I gave them all the same couple of drops, told them what to do, and they smelled their hands, and of course they love the smell. And about an hour later, one of the guys came back in the office, and he said to me, I don't know if it's that oil or if it's something else, but I'm ready to go. I feel like I can just finish the day out, and I'm fine. I'm no longer tired. I'm feeling great. And of course I knew it was the oil. And that's just one of the effects that Wild Orange has on you. It's also very good for improving your mood. If you're feeling just kind of a little grumpy or a little upset, or if you've got kids that are grumpy or upset, we have that all the time. And my wife will pull out the Wild Orange and rub it on the back of their neck, and it just changes their mood, and they smell better too. So Wild Orange, like I said, it's my favorite oil. If you're only going to buy one oil, that would be the one I would recommend. So that kind of does it for me for right now. So I'm going to send it back to Joe and finish it up.
Awesome. Great job. Thank you so much, Stretch, for sharing all those ways you use your essential oils at your house. For those of you listening, I don't know if you caught it, but while Stretch was talking, he explained all of the different ways to use essential oils. He did a really good job of sneaking that in there. And so he talked about how you can breathe them in. He put that wild orange in his hand and breathed it in. So he's smelling that. He's getting it in aromatically. And then right before that, he dropped it right on his hand. So he just put it on topically right there. So he's just demonstrated 2 ways to use essential oils. And then he was talking about the lemon. He also mentioned his wife likes to put a drop in her water. So that's internally. So using those kind of things clues he used, we learn the different ways to use essential oils, which are really important. So I'm going to go on to talk about blends. And what doTERRA did is they decided to take all the best oils for certain things and put them in one little bottle, right? And so the first one I'm going to talk about is Breathe. You can see that one. Breathe. What they did is they took all the best oils for your respiratory system. They put it in this bottle, labeled it Breathe. And it's labeled really simple so you know how to use it. Breathe. Oh, well, it helps me breathe, right? You can just make that, you can just figure that out. So, Breathe, all you do is put 1 or 2 drops in your hand and rub it right on your chest, right? So 1 or 2 drops right on your chest, and you're going to be able to take that really nice, deep breath. And you're going to be able to feel like you're getting a good inhale, good oxygen coming in. I know a lot of people who use this when they go run. They'll put this on their chest when they're going to run. My uncle, he likes to run marathons. And so he carries Breathe in his pocket while he's running, and he'll just put it on as he needs. He'll put that on topically to do in a diffuser to get aromatically. Works really, really well too. My youngest has just been a little congested today, just barely enough where we notice something's happening. So we've been diffusing Breathe all day in our house, upstairs, downstairs, in the bathroom, everywhere she goes, there's Breathe diffusing. And it makes a huge difference. I mean, she's laying in bed with no stuffiness, with no issues, and it's just making a really nice difference. So Breathe, 1 or 2 drops, rub it right on your chest, stick it in a diffuser. You're going to be able to breathe a little bit better. Next one I'll talk about is Digest Zen. Digest Zen is for digestive issues. Digest Zen. So 1 or 2 drops, rub it right on your stomach, and it's going to help any stomach issue that you have, from diarrhea to constipation, everything in between, indigestion. It's going to help. One of my favorite foods is Chinese food. Man, I love Chinese food. I grew up on the stuff. My parents, when we would go out to eat, that's where we would go. And so I like it a lot as an adult now. And when I go out to eat, I usually overeat it. You know, I just feel so full and heavy after work. Wow, having some trouble. Man. So after I eat it, I just feel really heavy, way down. I kind of waddle out of the door, you know. I just don't want to do anything. This Digest Zen, 1 or 2 drops right on my stomach. I'll even put 1 or 2 drops in a little shot glass of water and take it down. Makes a world of difference. 10, 15 minutes, feel great. Feel like I can go back to the restaurant, hit that buffet again, right? So this Digest Zen is absolutely amazing. Any digestive issues, 1 or 2 drops is all you need. Oh, we got some questions coming in. Let me see those real quick. How old does a child need to be to diffuse or apply oils on them? That's a really, really good question. And this comes up a lot. So diffusing, you could diffuse at around any age, because it's so diluted in that diffuser because you add water with it. And the amount you're inhaling is such a little bit, it's still going to have that positive effect that you're looking for, but you're going to be okay to diffuse around any ages. If they're not too familiar with oils, I would just kind of monitor them for the first 15, 20 minutes that it's on, see what their reactions are. You know, in the 9 years we've been doing this, nobody has ever said, you know, the diffuser is bothering my child. I can't have it on around them. So I would put it on at any age and just monitor for a little while. Applying oils to them. The great thing, applying oils, you can apply oils to anyone on any age, because doTERRA has oils that are pre-diluted for children. The touch kit, the touch oils are all pre-diluted for kids, specifically designed for them. So you can put that on, you know, a newborn essentially, because it's already pre-diluted. So you can put that on anybody, or anybody with sensitive skin. All of my kids got oils on diluted minutes from being born. Frankincense, helichrysum, balance. You know, they were getting all those on them as soon as they were born. 3-year-old for Digest Zen, yeah, definitely. I would use the touch, roll it right on the stomach. And so I think we got all those questions. If you've got any more, feel free to type those in there. And I hope that answered them thoroughly enough for you. So next one I briefly want to talk about is aromatouch. Man, I've got good lighting here today to see these labels. Some days you just can't see them. It's rough. So aromatouch. Aromatouch is really, really good for circulation. Any circulation issue you're going to have, you want to use circulation. You know, and I'm a pretty tall person. You know, I'm 6'5", and you know, I don't always have the best circulation in my legs. You know, especially in the winter when I'm cold. And so I've used this aromatouch, and it really helps to make sure that my legs don't get achy or really cold, or even restless leg syndrome. You know, it really helps that circulation a lot. I've got some vein issues in my legs where they get pretty painful, and so I use this aromatouch several times a day to help ease that pain and help that circulation. You know, it's very, very effective in that. So any circulation issue. It's also great for massages. You know, 2 or 3 drops around your back, rub them in. Anytime we go get a massage from anybody, we take this oil and ask them to use it. It smells great, and it gets really good circulation. I got 2 more I want to talk about briefly here. One of my personal favorites. Oh, this bottle isn't too good. It's because it's small. Deep Blue. I don't know how well you can see that one. Deep Blue. Deep Blue is the next oil that I briefly want to talk about. And Deep Blue is a really great oil for pain. This is a blend, and it's labeled a soothing blend. So what doTERRA did is they took all of the oils that were really good for pain and soothing and muscles and things like that and put them into one bottle, and that's Deep Blue. And this is one of my favorites because this is one of the oils that I very first used that helped me know that these oils are serious and they do their job, right? And so, I was at the gym, I was exercising. I hurt my back pretty good. That's what happened when I didn't know really what I was doing in the gym, right? I had to learn that the hard way because I messed up my back pretty good. And I was crawling to the car, crawling in my house. I couldn't move for days. And so I put some Deep Blue on it, and man, that really took the edge off. I felt like I could get things done that I had to get done. I was going to college at the time, felt like I could go to my classes. I just felt really, really good because it helps so much. This Deep Blue is amazing. In fact, in Deep Blue, because it's a blend, there is wintergreen is one of the oils in there. And wintergreen is really, really great for pain. Wintergreen is in a lot of pain medications and things. There's camphor, peppermint, blue tansy, blue chamomile, helichrysum, and osmanthus. And all of those oils, you can look them up. You can look up the properties of the plants and the herbs, and they'll all tell you it is amazing for pain and for soothing muscles. So if you hit the gym and you're really sore, or you're doing yard work like I was doing today, and you're sore afterward, maybe you're standing for a long time at Disney or at a church activity or whatever you got going on, maybe at work, right? A lot of us work and we're standing all day. Your lower back hurts, your shoulders hurt. Wherever you hold that stress, you're going to want to use this Deep Blue. 1 or 2 drops, put it right on your hand. You can apply it topically and just rub it right in and you're good to go. This Deep Blue is absolutely amazing. It's definitely helped me a lot more than I can. Tons and tons of stories. It's amazing. I can go on and on all night with the way Deep Blue's helped me. Last one I want to talk about, depending on time, is Slim and Sassy. Slim and Sassy is a really good one. And really, I personally go in stages with the Slim and Sassy. I really love it, and then I don't for a little bit, and then I really love it and use it a lot. So I'm at one of those stages where I'm using it a lot. And so Slim and Sassy is a metabolic blend. And so it helps curb the sugar cravings that, the junk food cravings that you may have. And so you put a few drops in water, 3 to 5 drops in your water every time you get a glass, right? So if I'm drinking 3 or 4 glasses a day, I'm getting 3 to 5 drops of Slim and Sassy in that. And it's going to help curb those sugar cravings. It's really good for balancing blood sugars as well because there's cinnamon in it. And along those lines, there's a side effect to this one because it helps you curb those sugar cravings, and that side effect is weight loss. Not a lot of side effects are weight loss, but with Slim and Sassy, it is. There are lots and lots of people who have had great success with this oil of Slim and Sassy, curbing those sugar cravings, balancing that blood sugar, and then weight loss as one of those things that happens. So Slim and Sassy. And I know I said that was my last oil, but I can't do a class and not mention my absolute favorite, right? I'm sorry, one more oil, and that's past tense. This one's really hard because it's in a clear bottle, but it's past tense. The reason I love past tense is it's a tension blend, right? So before I was here and doing oils all the time and meeting new people, I was a school teacher. I was a public school teacher. I taught 6th grade, every subject. And I was in a school district where each 6th grade teacher had about 30 to 32 kids in their classroom. So by the end of the day, I would be tired and stressed, and my shoulders would hurt, my back would hurt, just very tense. And so as a teacher, you can't have any medication in your desk drawer in case the kids get in there and they take it, you're liable. So, and we didn't have a school nurse, not a lot of schools have those. So we had, I kept this past tense in my desk drawer. And so as I needed it, I would roll it right on my forehead, on my back, between my shoulder blades, wherever I could reach. And it was amazing how much of a difference I noticed with this deep blue, or not deep blue, sorry, past tense, past tense, because it really helped ease that tension. In fact, by the end of the school year, every teacher in the school knew that I had past tense, knew how well it worked, and they would come down to my classroom after school and they would pick it up and they would use it and then put it right back in the drawer where it was. And, if teachers are some of the hardest working people out there, in such a stressful job, past tense can do it with teachers. I know it can do it for anybody because it's absolutely amazing oil. So I want to point out, I held up this deep blue and I want to show you this deep blue is in a 5 ml bottle. And in a 5 ml bottle, there's about 90 drops. And then in this bottle is a 15 ml. And in the 15 ml, there's about 250 drops. I had to think about that one for a minute, sorry. 250 drops in a 15 ml, 90 drops in a 5 ml. So I want you to see that size difference. I don't know how close I can get those to the camera with you seeing that. But 15 ml has a lot more drops in it. It's a lot better value. And I'm going to open the lid so you can even see what that looks like. So it's just a little orifice right there, and the oil comes right out by the end right there into your hand. And the reason I want to show you that value, or the different sizes, and explain that best value, is because what doTERRA does is they take all of the best starter oils and put them in a package, in a starter kit. And really the best starter kit for your value is right here, is that Home Essentials kit right here. So in that Home Essentials kit, you're going to get the oils in a 15 ml, which is 250 drops. And that oils you're going to get is frankincense, lavender, melaleuca, lemon, oregano, peppermint, breathe, digestin, on guard, deep blue. You're also going to get a petal diffuser. Now we talked about using the oils aromatically. You're going to want a petal diffuser. Makes a huge difference in your house. Makes a huge difference with your family, with you in your office. Just another way to get the oils in, and they're very, very effective. So that kit is $275. And keep in mind, that comes with your free wholesale account, because this is a wholesale membership, so you can get the oils at a deep discounted rate. So that $275 includes your wholesale membership, and you're getting that diffuser, which is a great buy because the diffusers by themselves are pretty expensive. So if you don't want the bigger bottles and you want to try something a little bit smaller and see how you're liking them, great. I understand. The best kit for that is going to be this middle one right here. I don't know how well you can see that. Is the Family Essentials kit. And that comes in 5 ml bottles of lavender, lemon, peppermint, melaleuca, oregano, frankincense, deep blue, breathe, digestin, and on guard. And with that, you're going to get beadlets of peppermint and on guard beadlets. So they're just little tiny, like breath mints. You can pop those in with on guard and peppermint. So you're definitely going to want those. That kit is $150, and it does include as well as your free wholesale account. So those are the best two options, the most cost-effective options to get started with your oils. If you've got any questions, I want you to be able to ask me. So we've got just a few minutes left. You can type questions in. You can unmute yourself. But really, whoever invited you to this webinar, contact them, and they'll be able to answer any questions you have. If for some reason they can't answer all your questions, then contact me. I'll be able to answer your questions and get you their contact information so you can work things out with what kit you want to start with. So that's the best way to do this. I see we've got somebody typing. So really reach out to the person who invited you. That's the smartest, best way to do this. And I'll make sure that if you reach out to me, the person who invited you gets your contact information, and they'll get to be able to work with you. So the kit for 150 or 275. Oh yes, thank you. I forgot all about that, Sherry. Thank you for adding that. So we do have a special happening this month where with any kit that you enroll with or you start with, you're going to get 50 free points into your account. So it's like $50 gift certificate, basically, that you can use toward any free product, which is a really great opportunity. doTERRA has never done that for 9 years that we've been a part of the company. So you start with, $150 kit, you're going to get 50 back in free points. And a great thing is if you refer a friend and your friend comes and your friend chooses to get a kit as well, you're going to get 50 points and your friend's going to get 50 points. So you have an opportunity to get a $100 gift card basically from doTERRA to use this month, or to use toward any oils that you want. So that's a special for this month only that we're doing. So you're going to definitely want to take advantage of that. And that is with any kit that you enroll with. Any kit over $100, you get those 50 free. Thank you so much for reminding me about that, Sherry. I appreciate that. So, and I'm also going to throw out there the first person who reaches back out to either myself or Stretch to sign up with a kit, I'm going to mail you a free oil as well. I'm going to mail you a free peppermint, and I've also got a guidebook for you so you know how to use your oils. So if you reach out to Stretch, he's going to let me know, and we'll get your address from you, and I'll send those out. So the first person who responds and gets their kit, that will happen for you, and I'll get those in the mail ASAP. So if no other questions, have a great night, and hopefully we will talk to you all soon. All right, bye.